grab it and you miss it and it goes back into the ocean, it wasn't meant to be.
January's been and gone, done and dusted. It went by so quick. Did a little collage and journal. It was prompted by a diary entry I wrote a few days ago. I tossed and turned about whether or not I wanted to read the diary entry in this video, and I do, but also kind of came to the conclusion that there are things I want to keep sacred to me and private. So the next best thing I thought was to type it up and give it to ChatGPT to spit out a more neutral, condensed version. This is what ChatGPT said. 22nd of January 2025. I've been feeling tense with a persistent sense of frustration. Even those who care for me sometimes feel irritating, despite not having done anything wrong. It often feels like my thoughts are working against me, with a tendency toward self-sabotaging patterns. Managing these thoughts requires significant effort. Filtering through them to determine what's reasonable takes a lot of energy, especially on days when I'm tired or feeling less resilient. It can make day-to-day functioning feel particularly challenging at times. Yeah, a lot in there. When I wrote this, I was feeling so irritated with the world, so annoyed with the people around me, even though no one had done anything wrong. I knew that that was unreasonable and irrational. I guess with the new year, there's a lot of emphasis on reflecting and thinking about the person that you want to become, at least for me anyway. And I knew that the person I wanted to become would not act on those irrational thoughts. It would be too impulsive and create ripples that would turn into waves much later. And then I just had this overwhelming sense of responsibility to be that person that I wanted to become. And in doing that, it meant filtering and censoring and critiquing and analyzing all of my thoughts. And I just found all of it so tiring. And there was definitely a lot of disappointment and shame that this is the process I have to go through to function as a human being every day. And I don't know, that kind of just made me a little sad. Writing about it really helped. The journal girlies, they're onto something. Writing your feelings, damn, that can really air some shit out and really just bring it back down to zero. Yeah, just an overwhelming sense of just exhaustion in having to do all of those things to function as a human. I am really proud of myself that I feel like I took a step closer to becoming the person I want to be in order to kind of find a balance. A big part of that is being kinder to myself, but also taking part in a level of self-care and making sure that my mind and my body is good. You know, if this is a thing that makes me tired, I need to rest and I need to listen to my body. And whether that means cancelling a Pilates class or reconsidering my social calendar for the weekend, I think that'll help me balance things out a little bit so that I can just rest and feel more resilient for whatever's to come. From all of my favorite YouTubers and in general is that January can be really overwhelming. Particularly there's a lot of reflection on the future and the past. And now with February coming up, I just want to focus on the present, being more in the moment, and yeah, seeing to things as they come up. That's kind of the energy I want to bring into February. Let's go into media of the month. I've been accumulating all of the highlights for me this month. Start off with movies. I rewatched Whip It, fantastic movie, considered doing roller derby for a hot second. And then another highlight for me was Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, a beautiful coming-of-age movie where the kids are actually played by real kids, which was awesome. And the last scene made me cry. TV shows. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City now. Oh my goodness, we're going into the reunion. The last few episodes, which means no more Salt Lake City. I'm so sad I don't know what I'm going to watch, but it's been an absolute roller coaster. It's been a pretty good season. Maybe not as good as last season, but still pretty good. Reading. Haven't really been consistent with reading Butter. For anyone who's new here, one of my resolutions was to finish reading a book this year. I chose Butter by Asako Yuzuki and did not do much reading this January, but I did read some great Substack articles, including Manic Pixie Dream Girl by Anna Fusco, and then Embedded did an interview with Tavi Gavinson, who founded Rookie. Such a big fan of Rookie. Go check out Rookie Mag. It's the Tumblr days. Hadn't heard from Tavi in a while, so it was great to see what she's up to at the moment. Alright, I'll bring up my Stats FM. I love that app so much. I'm a data girly. I love to know the type of music I'm listening to, anything to try and find patterns with my everyday life, explain behaviors, moods. I love it. So Stats FM is one of my favorite apps. I paid for a lifetime subscription. Yes, I did. My top artists were Beach House and Billie Eilish. Have been listening to Billie a lot because she's coming to Brisbane. I'm so excited for that. Breakdown of genres, I've been listening to a lot of house and jazz house, which kind of makes sense because I love listening to house and jazz house when I work, and I started work again, so that makes sense. One of them is Indie Tronica. Wow, I've never heard of that before, so I'm going to look that up. That's interesting. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to join the Chubby Calico Club. There are a few new people here. It's kind of crazy seeing this channel grow a little bit. If you're curious, I post my journal spreads and collages on Instagram at chubbycalico_. Oh my god, new month means new calendar. If you're interested, I made a 2025 wall calendar, which is a pay-as-you-wish digital file download, which I'll put in the description. If you need something to count your days in February, I've got you. I'll see you in next week's video. Bye!